Hello everyone, my name is Klara Wojtkowska and I am the writer and the director of Zara the movie, as well as the director of Mondoro Dreams Productions, which is one of the production companies that is producing the movie Zara. And Zara is, in Zara the word means hunger, and the movie itself revives an old myth from Great Zimbabwe about the time that the Rozvi Empire looked up into the sky and saw the moon and thought, there is a plate in the sky, and they tried to steal the moon out of the sky. So the movie that we made, which is a full-length animated feature and very much based on an old style of storytelling, of reviving an entire myth that binds together centuries of human existence and difficulties in existence on this earth, in order to feed us, and in order to, in this case, to heal the big hunger. Because what the story that the movie tells is that the people who looked up into the sky and saw a plate, that they were hungry. That there was a big hunger that was tormenting the whole land and the whole world. And this big hunger was not just a physical hunger. This was, of course, a hunger of the spirit, a hunger of the soul, a hunger of the heart, a hunger for something real and true and beautiful and authentic that will, something that will calm us down and heal us enough that we don't spend our lives just searching for the next fix. This story was given to me, or told to me, I should say, by the moon when I was in Great Zimbabwe. I was there, there was a full moon, and I was sitting outside on the grass. Of course, I had some consciousness of this myth in some way, that there was a myth about stealing the moon out of the sky. But as I was sitting in the grass, I felt like the moon was tapping me on the shoulder and winking at me, one of those big moon winks, telling me, "Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Don't you see? Don't you see what the motivation is? Don't you see the story?" And it was just one of those moments, and in a moment it was like the whole story was inside of me, and I was like, "Oh, well, I see. Okay, I see now." And the conversation I had with the moon then. The moon asked me to tell the story. What I felt at the time very strongly was that the moon was saying, "Please tell it in your way. Please make sure that you tell it." So I wrote the script of what was originally a theater play in this epic poem form, in the form that the old storytellers used to carry the myth on their backs and feed the earth with the myth all of the time, constantly throughout their lives. And in this style, the story was written. It had its premiere as a theater play in Harare in October of 2019 at Theatre in the Park. We had a cast of, it was a total of 4 people. We were there with the brilliant actors, Joseph Maricano, Matias Kureva, Clive Proverb Jonga, just a fantastic group of people who were then, of course, they are also in the movie as well. And the day after our premiere, the theater got a call from Law and Order saying that the play is being shut down and that we are not allowed to perform. Otherwise we will be arrested. We went through so many difficulties putting the play on the stage in the first place, telling the story. We didn't have money. We were in a situation in Zimbabwe where at the time there was very little electricity. There were fuel shortages, food shortages, and just a lot of these hassles that caused the putting together of this story to be a challenge, and then to be shut down in this way. It was a very painful experience. Despite that, we still, as a group, traveled to Great Zimbabwe to tell the story as we had rehearsed it, to tell the story to the moon, to give back the story to the moon to give her the satisfaction. The satisfaction that what she had given had fed us so well, that we were so sated with this story, that we were so rich in story that we could in fact afford to give the story back. That was when we got a grant to take the play from Pro Helvetia Johannesburg, who accepted our application to take the play to South Africa. And then COVID happened. And traveling to South Africa and performing in a theater became impossible. So we changed our project and said, how can we best tell this story in the circumstances that we have? Which is, I'm in Poland now, the actors are in Zimbabwe, we have a magical world that we want to talk about. What can we do? And that is when animation came into the picture as an idea. And one of my very, very, very best friends, Justyna, Rosa, and her daughter, Weronika, who are the directors of Influen Animation Studios, they said, you know what, we love this story so much. It's such a beautiful story. And we believe it in so much that we are willing to take on this project. We are willing to make a full-length animation in 3 months. And that was a beautiful gesture that to me shows the power of the story itself, to move people's hearts, that they also look at impossible things and say, well, no, nothing is impossible, which is also true. Nothing is impossible. And so we ended up making an animated movie that is very beautiful, with the original music. We found more Zimbabwean actors who are living in Poland, and for them also it was a very moving experience to be a part of something that brought back their own culture, and they also contributed in beautiful ways to the process. And we found a group of fans for the story that ultimately is a ceremony for the world, which has always been the original intention of this story, was to feed the big hunger of the world, to do it in a ceremony. And now we have a movie. The movie had its pre-premiere in December, and we are very proud of this movie. So thrilled that something beautiful can emerge, that there is such a thing as investing in beauty that actually makes the world better. That is precious, and that is this ability that we all have. And that I would hope that all of us believe in. And now we are finishing the movie because, of course, we have more time now. We can put in more images into the animation. We want to pay the artists what they should be paid, because our grant was not enough money to produce the movie, and we are preparing to organize the premiere in May of 2021. So that is why we are asking for support in absolutely any form that you can manage it. Maybe the movie itself moves you so you can send it on to other people. Maybe you can buy a ticket. Now that we are starting promotion for the premiere itself, we are going to be sending out soundtracks from the movie, the text from the movie, making posters with the images from the movie. So there's a lot of give back here. There's a lot of give back. We just we want as many people as possible to also open themselves up to experience the story itself and see how it resonates with them.
One day it happened that a woman came to the house of the king. A strange woman.
Strange? How?
She seemed to come as if from nowhere. Some say she climbed down the ladder of the Musana Wenzo, the spine of the big elephant, with the lions themselves. Some say she was not even a woman.
Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, listening, considering, being, and I wish you all very beautiful things to you and yours from now until forever, and may the moon tell you lots of beautiful stories. Thank you.